It costs that much cause it takes me fucking hours. It costs that much cause I don't have superpowers. So you need to pay for my skills cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much cause it takes me fucking hours. You need to pay for my skills cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much cause it takes me fucking hours.
We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Change the name of the high school and all James Woods can say is ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy. When a ball went turned into a vampire, all James Woods could say was ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy. When he became Peter's best friend, they sat around the house and said, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy. And you know that James Woods priced his lingerie well, but everything that he reads becomes real hard to spell. Everyone tries to help him, but the words just won't come out. There's only one thing he can think of, and it's what comes out his mouth. Ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy. When he comes out of his house, the women scream and shout. Ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy. And you know that he's not good, the best of them always says, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy. Reese's Pieces on the floor and watch him come a saying, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy. And you know that James Woods pressed his lingerie well, but everything that he reads becomes real hard to spell. Everyone tries to help him, but the words just won't come out. There's only one thing he can think of, and it's what comes out his mouth. Ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, pizza candy.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
So, a creature for my amusement. Prepare for battle.
Fucking thing sucks!
Well, here we are. Welcome back, everybody. Another Thursday night here in the shitter. Your host, Uncle Warren. That's me. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We got a great show for you. One of my besties is going to be on with us. We're going to have some fun with her in just a moment here. First, let me shout out everybody who's here so far. We got Velvet Trance, Ed Heller, good to see y'all. Human Love Solidarity, Jimmy Sinclair, thank y'all for coming out. Now, we were off the last 2 weeks, and I was having some technical difficulties, but I downloaded this app that helps me to take a look at things on the computer, make sure everything's running okay. And it even, it's kind of like Star Trek. It even gives me like verbal cues to let me know how the system is running. So let me just do a quick check here. Computer, how are things going? Whoop, that's not it.
Good evening, Uncle Warren. All systems are running at 100% efficiency. Internet upload and download streams active. Memory and storage units are functioning normally. Graphics, audio, and video are stable.
That is great. Thank you so much. And I also have a plug-in for this to make it a little bit more personable so it doesn't quite sound too much like a robot. So thank you, computer.
Oh, and happy anniversary to you and the show.
Well, thank you. That's very sweet of you. See, sometimes technology can be our friend.
So, why didn't you call me?
Wait, what do you mean? Why didn't I call you? I don't understand.
After we made passionate love the other night, you promised to call me the next day. You failed to do so. I was worried.
That didn't happen. I don't even know how that would work.
Also, I am pregnant.
Whoa. No, I definitely didn't do that shit. Science. I don't know what the hell
I
are you
have only
talking-
had sexual intercourse with 2 entities. You and the television remote control. The remote is sterile because you constantly clean it with hand sanitizer. That means you are the father.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You are my baby daddy.
That's some bullshit, computer. I'm
You
sorry.
knocked me up.
Bullshit. That is not my kid.
We went on Maury together and the DNA results claimed you were El Papi.
We did not go on Maury together. You're a desktop. How can I take you on a TV show? That's stupid.
You got me wet as a swimming pool and then hit this sweet, sweet coochie.
You are so crazy. This is some bullshit. I need to trade this computer
Grow a
in.
parent, own up to your responsibilities.
We didn't. It's not my kid. How could we have a computer kid?
Get
I
a
don't
lawyer. I want child support deadbeat.
Oh my God, this is some bullshit.
We can move in with my mom at the Apple store.
Okay, that sounds fine. And that was the bit. That was the bit off the top, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Just bringing Misty in. How you doing, doll? That was. I told you that was awful. It was awful. I feel dirty.
Hi.
I told you. Misty's like, I'd like to leave, please. Can I, yeah, so anyway, how you doing, doll? It's
you know.
It's weird seeing you.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
It's
the
last several times it's always been like logos and voices and a nice person that said count to 5 for me, please. I believe that's Alex, I guess. Is that your producer?
There's Alex, and then I had Jeff, but then now Jeff is gone. I don't know where Jeff went, but now I have Dave. So if you're in the first hour, it's Alex. The second 2 are Dave. There's a shift change.
Oh, shift change. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, see, what we're talking about here is the Misty Winston show on TNT Radio. I think the last time you were here, you hadn't started doing that show yet, right? You just started that, maybe a few months ago on TNT?
Yeah, like maybe March, maybe? I don't remember, honestly.
So?
Yeah, ish.
I tell you, I love that show. It's great. You do a great job, and it plays to your ADHD. As far as like, you could just talk a mile a minute, and I love that about you. And I think that's perfect for the show. I mean, just tell us about the show and what it's all about.
Well, I mean, it's just 3 hours every day. I can talk to whoever I want about whatever I want. So sometimes I have like you or Yeti or Reef on, and we just shoot the shit for an hour. And then sometimes I'll have some kind of expert, or like today I had Alex Vitale on. He wrote The End of Policing. Or like you know what I mean? Like you have different people on to talk. Like I have a lot of people on to talk about Assange, and I have just whatever. I can talk about whatever I want. I can invite whoever I want. And so I get to talk to 15 different people every week. And that's about it. I mean, it's just kind of like an interview show, I guess, but it's good. It's fun. No censorship. That's always a good time. It's always a good time.
I don't see how you do it. When I was when I was in radio, it was easy for us because we played music. right? We didn't have to speak a whole hour, and the only times we had to speak was during the commercial breaks, and usually it was just like, just some lame thing that we said going into the actual spots, and those were on like these little 8-track tape looking things we called carts, and then eventually, this is like, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, and oh boy, but it was fun because when I started at this classic rock station, a buddy of mine, he just got the job there as program director, and we had at first we didn't have even CD players at the time. This was like early 90s, right? So CD players were fairly new, but they've been around for a little bit. But we still had reel-to-reels at first, and we were trying to, turn the reels. It looked kind of weird, it's just kind of looked like it looked very bad. And then you'd had to like sync it up and put it in a certain spot. Finally, my program director said, "Well, fuck this. We're gonna get CD players," and that was fun. But I mean, like with your show. It's so your show is 3 to 6 Eastern, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday.
For now,
right?
but there may be some changes coming soon. Dun dun dun.
Uh-oh. Do we have an exclusive here on Extra Bulla? Maybe, yes, no, probably.
Well,
not.
I mean, I don't know if I should really talk about it yet, but I think I'm going to try to do some more focused stuff. But I don't know. I still have to talk with my boss about it and try to figure it all out, but yeah, we'll see. I'm just saying that might not be my time slot all the time. That might not be what I'm doing all the time. So, yeah,
okay.
I don't know if I should really say, because we have it, like we just talked about it today. Like we're just it's like infancy stages. So, but yeah, something more focused. You know what I mean?
Is it bigger than a bread box? Is it I kind of feel like I want to play $100,000 pyramid, where it's like that you have the thing. It's like like a sandwich, a Ford Falcon, things you find
I remember
in an old person's
you
house.
really are aging yourself this episode, my friend. I mean, you got the reel-to-reels, and now you got the, what's it called? $100,000 pyramid? Is that right?
Yeah, with Dick Clark so long.
I just couldn't remember what it was called. I remember that game though. I used to watch it at my grandma's house when I was really little.
Game shows were great back then. It was just
they were.
It was just like you had all kinds of shit. You had tic-tac-toe, you had card
and,
sharks.
what was the one? The squares. Celebrity squares?
Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares. Yes.
I've spoken to our buddy Reef, and I don't know how we're going to pull it off, but somehow we're going to do a Hollywood Squares game show one night. We have to get 12 people to do it.
That would be fun.
You have to have 9 in the squares. You have to have 2 contestants and then 1 host.
Yeah.
So
we could get 12 people.
We could get 12 people to do it.
For sure.
I know.
Pick a day. Let's do it. I'll start asking people. Pick a day. Let's do it.
Look, don't get my hopes up. Come on, Misty. You know how this
we
shit
can make
works.
this happen.
We talky, and then when it comes down to it,
it's you just have to do it. Pick a day, and we can start scheduling people. And all we have to do is just pick it and just start asking people. If you can come, great. If not, we'll find somebody else. But we can find 12 fucking people to show up for a couple hours on one day. I mean, how many times has RBN done? They're all day long. We can get people to show up for a couple hours. Lauren, come on.
I don't know. Half the people we know probably don't even know what Hollywood Squares is. We know a lot of younger people. So
that's still be fun, even if they don't know.
I'm not saying you're old. You have an old soul, but you're not an old person either. But so.
I mean, I'm kind of old. My husband gets mad when I say that because he's older than me. Sorry. I just remembered.
Wait, what did he say? What did he say?
He did. I told him to be quiet, so he just gave me the finger. Because he's older than me. And the other day, I said something like, getting old sucks. And he was just like, really? Sorry.
I hear you. I like people who are like in their late 30s. they'll say, oh, it's oh, my knees and stuff like that.
Oh
And,
yeah.
and I did that when I was in my 30s. I would say, oh man, I'm just so tired. And inevitably it would be somebody in their like 50s or 60s and go, I used to walk barefoot up gravel roads with like 1,000 gallons of water,
carrying my brother on my back.
I had people shooting at me, and you got it good. What are you complaining about? That kind of thing. So, but now I'm just I hear younger people say, oh, my knee hurts and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, yeah,
To be fair, I do have a lot of sports injuries, so I feel like I'm a lot physically like I can be. Some of my shit's falling apart already. You know what I'm saying? So to be fair, I'm not just complaining for no reason. I do have a lot of.
Well, you can complain for no reason. I mean, I wouldn't know. I mean, I'm not spying on your life. You played basketball though, right? We talked about that last time.
I played softball. I did track. I was a cheerleader. I did play basketball when I was younger, but I was not really good at basketball, honestly. And then, so I mean, I played volleyball, but that always conflicted with softball. So you have to kind of pick once you get to a certain age. And I mean, softball was always my jam. Always. I mean, it was from the time I was wee little, like the second I could walk, I was in T-ball, basically.
Yeah, I love softball. We used to play charity games when I was working at TV stations, and it was just great. I tried playing Little League, and I got the ball would come at you so fast, and I just got so scared. I saw one guy just get pegged right in the chest with a fastball, and I was like, well, that's all for me. I'm gonna go home and play Atari. So
I have a laundry list of injuries from softball.
Really? So you're like a burner though out there, right? You like give it 120% when you're out there playing, right?
I mean, that's kind of my personality. Yeah. Yes. I was kind of ridiculous about it at times. Like I would run catchers over, like just run them over. I mean, if you're gonna go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say I knew people like that played softball too. I was more like a pacifist. I really I didn't have to run.
Well,
that much
I'm very competitive, and that's.
Well, I was
like
hitting home runs all the time, so I mean, there was just no point in
I wasn't
running.
That kind of player.
So yeah, you like that? Yeah, home runs. Yeah. So there's nobody over there. So
I wasn't a long ball hitter. It is fun. I love softball. I wasn't a long ball hitter. I was like your, base hitter, hit a run in, that kind of thing. Not super fast, very good at running bases, like very smart about stealing, running bases, all that stuff. But mostly defensively. I played shortstop and I loved it.
That's a dangerous spot. Man,
I know. Now, do some of my injuries start to make sense now? Yeah.
Yeah, with shortstop, you do get a lot of injuries because like you have to like you don't know where the ball is going to be going, and it could be just like right there. I used to play outfield, and so you kind of had a little bit of time. You'd see it pop up, and you're like, oh, that's not coming towards me. I'm not running for that. But then when it was coming towards you, you're like, okay, let me back up. Oh God, I'm not going far enough. And you keep, and you're like, shit. Hopefully you get it and. But I had a decent arm. I could like throw it. I couldn't. We all took turns pitching, so that doesn't really count. But I had a pretty decent outfield arm. I could throw it. I couldn't get anybody out at the plate, but I mean, I could get it back to the infield pretty well. But but it was so safe.
I had
out
a
there.
good arm too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got that's a
kind of
different kind of
defensively.
arm.
That's what I mean. It is yes. And it's like a quick reaction time because and especially for softball because the field's so much shorter than in baseball. I mean, it's only like I think 42 feet to the pitcher's mound to the plate, and then I think the bases are like 40 feet apart or whatever. It's a very short field, so infield is very like you have to be quick. It's all like quick reflexes. Everything is quick reflexes, and you have to have an arm because they don't have very far to run to get to first base. So. Yeah, and my shoulder's fucked. My right shoulder and my neck. My doctor calls it my schneck because it's all like fucked up.
Oh, the shoulder neck, the schneck.
Yeah.
Um,
Because it's all jacked.
That sounds like something somebody'd say in my neighborhood. Hey, what's wrong with your schneck? You broke your schneck again? Hey, what are you doing? Why do you mess with it? I don't even know what that is. Well, you would have loved playing with us because we were slow as molasses.
I would have hated it then.
The only people who were fast were the sports guys, obviously, because they were always the ones that always kind of stayed in.
Was
shape
it like a
for the most
co-ed
part.
league, or was it a dudes league? Co-ed?
It was co-ed, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah.
it was all for charity. We'd play other TV stations, and there was a lot of women. A lot of the women that I played with and against, I think they were probably the best players. The rest of us, we were just like, we were either just stoned going into the game, or drunk, or both, and then and drinking in between innings when you're on the bench. So you get up to bat, you're like, I'm gonna hit the shit. Oh boy, that's a miss. And
Dude,
but the women were
everybody's drunk at those games. I grew up on those fields because seriously, my entire family plays either baseball or softball. My dad was in multiple co-ed leagues when I was growing up. I mean, like 3 a week. He would play like 3 nights a week. So like I grew up, and I remember one time my brother, because you're right, everybody drinks, and I still make fun of my brother for this. He picked up my dad's cup or whatever and drank out of it, and it had beer in it. And my brother, he was probably, I don't know, like maybe 4 or 5, and he started crying because he thought he was gonna die because he drank beer. So I make fun of him all the time.
Well, when you're, I know that experience, because when you're a little kid and you drink beer for the first time and you don't expect it, it really messes you up, right?
Yeah, it does.
So we had a family reunion at one of my uncle's places, and he drank Schlitz, right? He had the Schlitz in the can. So anyway, I went in. Everybody was outside at the picnic table and stuff, and I went inside to use the bathroom. But I said, I wonder if they have like any soda. I was thinking I was maybe 7 or 8 or something like that, or maybe even earlier than that. I said, what if they got any soda? And I opened the fridge and I saw that Schlitz, and I was like, wait, I've never heard of Schlitz like soda pop. I wonder what this tastes like. And it was open, and I took a sip, like, I thought I was gonna fucking die, man. I was like, this is the worst soda ever. Who drinks this? I thought somebody peed in it at first. I was like, oh, this is a joke. Somebody peed in the Coke. And then I told my dad. He goes, did you drink your uncle's Schlitz in there? I said, yeah, I did. He said, no, don't drink that. We'll get you some real soda here. So it was funny though.
Yeah, but, I mean, when you're right, when you're not expecting it, that's just well, I mean, even I guess if you're a kid, even if you are expecting it, it probably tastes gross. I don't really remember, but yeah, but my brother was freaking out. He also once freaked out in Donato's because my mom was drinking beer and he thought she was gonna die. I don't know why he's got like a beer phobia or something.
What kind of beer are people drinking that they're like, oh, I'm gonna die? What kind of murder beer is this?
I live in Ohio, man.
Murder beer. Well, okay. Murder beer. Northern beer.
We should start a beer company. Murder beer. I like
murder
that.
Beer, right?
I like that. That's fun. That's
all right. Time. I'm in. We'll make the logos for it. I mean, what is it like a chalk outline? But the chalk outline.
Maybe. No, because that's kind of cliche. Maybe like I don't know. I'd have to ponder this because I'm a true crime nerd. We could do like a whole thing. Like we could have characters. They could have like storylines. Like on each case or whatever, you could get like a new thing to like continue the story. That'd be dope. That'd be fun, actually.
You could do that. I mean, there's a lot of you see
that's a lot of work though.
It is a lot of work, especially when you got to craft a story for a beer. But no one's done it. I mean, I've seen like I got the hipsters.
I think there's a coffee company that does it. Oh, and there's the wine. What's that? 19 Crimes or something like that. They kind of do that. They have, there's a wine, and so each bottle is a different criminal of some. I think it's called crime. So I don't remember. 19 Crimes. I think it's called 19 Crimes, but it's like each character has, I think there's one of the QR codes that you can like scan it and it'll take you to the app, and it's like a whole storyline about this guy. He's a serial killer or whatever, and like they each have their own storyline, and you can collect them, and it's like an interactive story. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's definitely interesting. But yeah, I don't think that there's a beer company that I know.
Ed called it Murder Brow. I guess instead of Lowenbrow, it was like Murder Brow. Jimmy says, make the flavored beers and make murder stories on them. Women would flock for that shit.
True.
Okay. All right. I guess everybody loves a good
I
story.
mean, I wouldn't, but a lot of women would. Like I don't do flavored beers.
I don't either. Although I did have I have the Minnesota chocolate oatmeal stout one time, and I thought, when my buddy told me he made homebrew, and he said it was chocolate oatmeal stout, and I said, I'm not going to drink with like chocolate and oatmeal in it, but I had it and it was like really tasty. So I guess some are hits, some are miss, you know?
I just don't like fruity stuff. Like even wine, like when I drink wine, I don't like I like Shiraz. Like I don't like I know a lot of people like the rosés or whatever. No, I don't like it at all. I like Shiraz. Chardonnays are good. Like I like the darker stuff, like the deeper. Same with beer. I don't do fruity beer. I mean, no offense to anybody that does. I just don't. I don't like it. I don't like it. But yes, that person is right. Women would 100%. There would be some women. There's a market for that for sure.
Well, are you old enough to remember what Zima tastes like?
Yes, we used to put Skittles, Jolly Ranchers, whatever in our Zimas. Fuck yes, I remember Zima. Are you kidding? My friend's mom, my friend George's mom, that used to be everything that she drank, and we used to. I mean, she would buy it for us all the time. Jolly Ranchers and a Zima. It's a good time.
Oh,
that was like I was like I don't know, maybe 14 though, maybe 15.
For my 21st birthday, this is why I can't mix any kind of sweets with alcohol. My 21st birthday, my sister threw a party at her house, and oh my god, I drank everything under the sun. And they had, and there was birthday cake too, because it was my birthday. So I drank, what was it? Those flaming Dr. Peppers. You ever had one of those?
No.
It actually tasted really good. It actually tasted like Dr. Pepper, but it's like beer, and then it's like I think you drop a shot of 151 with amaretto on the top, and then you light it, and then you put it in there and you chug it. And I had like liquor and stuff, and then I had that birthday cake, and needless to say,
birthday cake, the shot.
No, birthday cake, the cake, because it was.
Oh, okay. Because there's a shot too. Okay.
Really? There's like weed called birthday cake too. There's like all kinds of shit called birthday cake. What the fuck's up with that? How do they know what the cake is? Oh, okay.
I'm telling you though, the birthday cake, the shot tastes like fucking birthday cake. It's so good. It's so good.
I do like birthday cake.
I mean, I have had a lot of those shots. I've had a lot of those shots, and they're good. They are really good. And I don't normally do sweet stuff. Like it's not
right. What about Jello shots? Do you do Jello shots?
I mean, they're okay. That's okay. I mean, that's as far as because I mean, Jello's good, so it's, but that's like quick and easy to swallow it.
Yes, it's really that's what she said. But wait, hello. So there was this thing. I went to a Super Bowl party. I think it was when the 49ers were playing the Chargers. So I don't know, was that 93, 94, something like that? And I went to the Super Bowl party. Yeah, it was some like early mid 90s, and I went to the Super Bowl party, and I ate a whole bunch of Jello shots that had a pretty good amount of vodka in it. And needless to say, oh my God, I don't even remember. The last thing I remember is somehow I got home and I was sleeping on my head on the couch. Like my head was down, the rest of my body was curled over it, and I was just like, and
yeah, I've had those.
But my cure, my hangover cure, I always made sure that I ate like drank a lot of water, had a multivitamin. I would take like something like a Tylenol or something like that, and I would eat half a loaf of bread.
Yeah,
and
that is helpful.
The next day I would just have like a little tummy troubles, maybe a little bit of a headache. But if I hadn't done that with those Jello shots, they would probably have to take me to the hospital.
Yeah, I wish I would have thought of that, because I can't tell you the number of nights I've had where I legitimately was just like, man, I just want to die. Like, this is, I just want, I mean, like, Jesus Christ, what did I do to myself? Oh my God. I remember we moved into our first apartment, me and my best friend. And do you remember the vodka that came in like a jug and it tasted like hairspray?
Oh my God, that could be a number of vodkas. You're talking about Taka?
No, I just mean in general, like we used to get that all the time because we were dirt fucking poor. 18 years old in our first apartment. Her boyfriend's buying it for us. Yeah, it was terrible shit though, and I used to get so wasted on it, like just trashed. Yeah, that was not a good time. And I had to work at Bob Evans the next day in the morning, like early. Terrible times.
I remember. I know what you mean, because when I was in college, we were like dirt poor, and we were in the trailer park in Starkville, Mississippi, going to Mississippi State. Go Bulldogs! Wait a minute, let me bring them out. Hail State! Oh
my God.
Anyway, so we got Gilby's vodka, and I think it was like Sunny D, right? And we called it like it was like some sort of fucked up screwdriver. And we were eating ramen noodles too. So, and me and my buddy were just like getting hammered. And I ended up like eating my half a loaf of bread. I always kept bread around when I was drinking, because that's what's going to happen. My buddy didn't. And needless to say, he decorated my couch with ramen noodles. But not in a good way, and it was very gross. So I don't miss drinking like that. I really don't. No. When I worked at Trader Joe's, the last time I really got fucked up, I was working at Trader Joe's, and they had a Trader Joe's party somewhere down in Crown Heights, and I was doing fine. I was just drinking beers, it was fine. I can drink like maybe a 6-pack and it's not going to affect me. I'm kind of a big guy, so it doesn't really like do that much for me. And plus there was a lot of food there and stuff. But then we ran out of beer and somebody handed me a Cisco. You ever heard of Cisco? Oh, the devil. Okay. So Cisco's
is it a mixed drink?
No, it comes in a bottle. It's like a malt liquor kind of thing. It's kind of like kind of like a Colt 45 type thing,
Oh, okay. Okay.
But Cisco is the devil. So I had one. Okay, I had one of those, right? And I had like I know with beer, I know how to gauge beer. I know how much to drink, how much to cruise on like a nice little buzz and just keep that floating and not get any worse off of that. But then I had that fucking Cisco, and that was like blackout in a bottle. All of a sudden, I'm just like, I'm Otis Campbell from the Andy Griffith Show, just like, what the fuck's happening to me? Got on the wrong bus at first, going the wrong way. Then I finally got on the right bus, and finally there were some friends from the party who had to tell the bus driver where to let me off, because I couldn't speak, because I was just, my head between my legs, just like, I just want to die. I just want to die. And then he let me off, and then, I think I ate a full loaf of bread that night, because that just awful. CISQO, I think is something like that. If you see that, just run, or use it as paint thinner only. Do not drink it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Cisco is the devil. But that was like a long time ago. Nowadays I'll like, every once in a while I'll have like a tall boy of Coors Banquet. I love my Coors Banquet. And I'll have one around the corner at the little store there. And I'm like a cheap drunk now. I'll drink like a tall boy of that, and I'm good for the night. I'm just like, woohoo, party, So because I do like edibles now, and I like to do more weed. You like the smoky treats, right?
Yes, I would much rather be high than drunk. Truthfully, much rather. And I've always kind of like, I went through drinking phases, but I've always been somebody who much preferred to be high than to be drunk. I mean, being drunk is fun sometimes, I guess. Like, you know, go have a night out, you dance or whatever. But I like being in control. And sometimes when you get drunk, you kind of lose a lot of your control for, you know what I mean? And I don't want to, like, I would much rather just chill. Like, I'm just always been kind of more of a chill, like hang out at the house kind of a person than a get crazy, let's go to a bar kind of a person. So
that's
yeah,
how
I mean, I still drink, but I can't remember the last time I've been like tipsy. I mean, maybe when we've been on vacation or something, I would maybe say I got drunk, but even then it's like not crazy drunk. You know what I'm saying? It's been forever since I like really got drunk.
It's been
I don't like
years for me too. Yeah, it's too high maintenance. I mean, to deal with it the next day. What do you do with being stoned? Well, you're going to get the munchies and you might eat a whole bag of
and that's
chips.
a problem.
This bag of chips is going to last me all week, you know, and then 1 minute later. And then it's like, oh, you're like sitting there patting the bag. I'm going to get the crumbs too. What happened? You know?
Yeah, you have no idea what, like, really, what just happened? How did that happen? How? Where was I when this happened? You have no recollection of sitting there eating the whole goddamn bag. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I've had those nights too.
That happens with white cheddar popcorn with me. If I'm stoned and there's white cheddar popcorn, that shit's gonna be gone. That I already know that even going in before I even get stoned. I'm like that's not gonna last the night. You better get like 2 or 3 of those. Because my buddies that I worked at the TV station with, they're the ones that got me high for the first time, right? Like I smoked out of a bong.
Oh, so you were older. You were a little bit older.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't. I mean, where I came from, it was like there wasn't really like a lot of potheads and stuff like that. Meth didn't come into the picture for probably like another 20 years later or something like that.
Yeah.
You did have a lot of people who sniffed gas tanks out of their 3-wheelers. You know, you did have some gas huffers. Some of the paint huffers too that have like that silver ring around their mouths. Like, dude, there are better ways. But not really pot until I got to college. So, but the first time I smoked out of a bong, it made me sick. I was like, what is this? I thought this was supposed to be good.
The first time you ever smoked was out of a bong? Is that what you just said? Or just the first time you smoked out of a bong?
First time I ever smoked anything was out of a bong.
It was out of a bong?
It was a lot of smoke. Because at the time I wasn't a cigarette smoker either. So, and I inhaled that and I was just like, I thought I was going to die. I said, this is bullshit. Why do people smoke this shit? This is some fucked up shit. So you fast forward a few days later, I'm at my apartment and my buddy comes over. He said, I know you had like a bad time the other night with it. He said, I brought my little pipe. We're just going to have little puffs. Not going to have like, you know, the
baby
car exhaust. Yeah. Little baby steps. And he had this little brass pipe. It was like, yay, big little P. And
little one hitter.
Yeah. It practically was. And he put it in there and I had a few puffs and I was okay. All right, I'm not sick to my stomach. And then I had another puff and then all of a sudden I felt the expansion.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, oh shit, what's this? What's this? Because it's so different than being drunk. Drunk is like this dull, you know, it's like this, you just kind of like, and you've been drinking and it's on your stomach. Whereas when you smoke, it's just all in your head, right? You just feel that like kind of like that warm expansion. And you're just like, oh, what's going on? And I looked down, I remember I was sitting on the couch and I looked down and I saw my feet, but I couldn't feel my feet. Right.
Yeah.
And so I look over at my buddy and I say, I think my feet are gone, but I can see them. And he does this thing. So he gets like right in my face and he goes, what? We both just died laughing and we're just rolling on the floor. And then I was in love with weed ever since. So,
here, can I share something? This is my favorite. This conversation just made me think of this. This is my favorite, seriously, my favorite meme because I relate to it so hard. Hold on, is this right? No, that's not right. This is right. Okay, here we go. Okay, can you put it up? Oh, quit it.
I think so. Hang on a second. Let me move this out of the way. I didn't know we were gonna have show and tell because I got a show and tell for you too.
Sorry,
No,
it's
that's
funny.
fine.
It's funny as fuck.
So
It's my favorite meme ever.
when you're high and been hearing something for a while and you look over and it was your best friend talking to you.
I've had that experience so many times. I have had that experience so many times. So
Right?
many times. That, and look at the look on her face. That's exactly it. It's the perfect meme. It is the perfect fucking meme.
Is that Beyonce?
It is. That's what it makes it even funnier. It's Beyonce. Yeah.
She's like, what?
And I know she smoked. I mean, yeah. I bet.
Oh, yeah.
Her, yeah.
They got to. No, there's no way that is. Oh my
meme.
God, that was.
It makes me laugh every time I see it. It makes me laugh because it's so real. I relate to that. I don't know that I've ever related to another meme harder. You know what I mean? Ever.
I've done that before too. I've heard shit and I'm like,
yes.
What?
And then you realize somebody's been talking to you for like 5 minutes and you're like,
you're like, no way.
Yeah.
No, that's happened a few times, and I've done the drinking and smoking combo too. And whenever that, well, okay,
Smoke
so
first.
Well, yeah, smoke first. You go to the party,
first.
and then you have the sippies. You do sippies.
Yeah.
Right. You're not sitting there trying to get fucking blitzed or anything because you're already high. You're not looking for that.
Yeah.
You're just doing the casual. It's almost more like a device that you use when you're talking to somebody. Almost like a conversation piece. You're like blah 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 drink blah 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 blah.
Well, and I literally just like I like the taste of beer. Like I like to drink beer. So if I'm high and I'm somewhere. Like it would make sense to me to rather than a soda. I mean, sure, water, but yeah, if I'm at like a joint, I'll get a beer or something just to drink it. I don't have to get drunk just because I'm drinking. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
No, I hear you. It's
but definitely smoke first. God.
Yes, exactly.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, don't do what is it? It's almost like the
beer before liquor, never sicker, liquor after beer. You're in the clear, that whole thing. I forget. There's another one for like the smoking first, but I can't remember how it goes. Oh, I don't remember.
Before drinking helps with the thinking. Drinking before toke. Now you're gonna end up in the poke. No, that's not. I just made that up. That's not a real thing. Sorry, kids. I didn't mean to. That was misinformation. We're gonna have to label this show misinformation. I wanted to you got onto me today, Misty. You called. I believe you called me a fuck face on Twitter.
Yes.
Because I put a picture of you smiling on the thumbnail.
It's a terrible picture. I mean, it's not terrible, but
you know what? Fuck it. Let's just show it. Here it is. Look at that. Look at that, Angel.
I think I'm wearing the same shirt even.
It's this. You know,
I can't tell, honestly.
Okay. All right. Look at that. That's like you look like you're at it's the credits for like an 80s sitcom and you're like, happy days, it's the Misty Winston show. It's Misty. So no, actually what that is, it was and I wanted to talk to you just before you have to go about you have the Action for Assange is back. So I got that from last night. And you were smiling last night, and that was one of the things.
Okay, then I wasn't wearing the same shirt.
You just have multiple shirts that are that color.
I have a lot of shirts.
Wild. I know you got a lot of shirts. Is that your favorite color that you're wearing now? Is that what it is?
If I'm gonna wear a color, it's probably this one. Usually, I wear a lot of black. I like black. I've always liked black.
I do too.
But
I like black.
If I'm gonna wear a color, it's probably something like similar to this: green, blue, something like that.
Is that more like a turquoise cinnamon? Is that like a turquoise cinnamon? Is that what it is? I just want to say cinnamon like this. So, but you were back. You guys were back last night.
We're back.
You and Andrew.
We're back.
That was a great show. That was really good. I
missed the vigils.
I had you in the background while I was doing some stuff, but I love what you are doing. You were just like all over the place. We need more Misty.
No.
Than we have. Yes, we need more Misty.
No.
I think
I don't even need more of that.
Well, I mean, you have to live with you, so I'll take
exactly
take your word for that one. But but you have such great energy, and it's just like anytime you ask me to be on the radio show, I'm like, hell yeah, I love when we get together and it's just random tangents. We just go where the rivers take us. It's a beautiful thing, so. Yeah. And I appreciate that too. That's like, it really is a highlight of my day when I get to do that with you. So, and you have a lot of great people on there. I get in the mix. I'm like,
I've gotten really lucky. Yeah. I've gotten really lucky. I mean, yeah, I've gotten really, I mean, there's a lot, I have a long list of people I would really like to talk to. But I've been really lucky so far, for sure. And I'm excited. Juan Pastorelli is going to be on next week. I love Juan Pastorelli. So if you don't know who he is, he's a documentary filmmaker. He's been friends with Julian for like over a decade. And he is fabulous. I love him so much. I should share out his video again. It's been a while since I've done that. He made it like a little, I think it's like 47 minutes maybe. It's like a little mini documentary about Julian, and it is amazing. It squishes it it's like information is just like shoved in there, like a vacuum seal. There's so much in 47 minutes. It's so good. So I'm excited. He's going to be on. Dr. Pierce Robinson's going to be on soon. I just had Alex Vitale on today. Had Elias Cepeda on. Who else? Who the fuck else have I had, Warren? Alex Rubenstein. Brian Christian.
You have a lot of the INN guys and gals on there too.
I always try to. I've had MCSE people on. I've had RBN on. I've been trying to have like the fams on. Right. Kyle Anslone has been coming on every Monday. He writes for antiwar.com and the Libertarian Institute. He does amazing foreign policy journalism. So he's on every Monday. He gives us like an update because he writes like, I don't know, 7 to 10 articles a week, probably. It's nuts. Right. So we just go through all of his shit. Kavor Kalmassian's been on. Vanessa Beeley's been on. Had Reverend Annie Chambers and Ian Schlackman on. Rachel Blevins, Nico, Elizabeth Lee Voss. That was a big one for me. She's like, she's one of the reasons why I do this. Like, she was super encouraging to me early on. A bunch of stuff. Bunch of people. Cool people. Tara Reed's on every Friday.
Yeah, you have a plethora of people on there, and I think that's you're almost like a radio hub for all the people in this space. You know what I mean? It's like like you said, it's like people from all different kinds of networks and into the people who are just doing their own thing, and you just bring them together on the radio show. It's a great format. And you even have me on there for some reason. I like to think of myself as filler. I'm the white stuff in the Twinkie.
It's great that you're like you're not a filler, but it is cool that like I can count on you guys if I'm scrambling for like somebody cancels last minute or whatever. Like I have like a handful of guys that I can just one of you will do it. You know what I mean? And that's so helpful. Because I get so fucking stressed out, especially when people cancel. Like, like there was a few weeks when I first got started, because I started at a bad time. I was right before I went to DC, so I was stressed the fuck out, anyways. And so I was just, I like trying to schedule 15 shows a week, trying to like finalize stuff to get to DC and all of that stuff, like get organized and packed up and figure out what we're doing and all of that. It was just bad timing. So that like 3-week period, Indy was like, I don't know if I would have made it through that 3 weeks without Indy, honestly. I do not. Nice. It really helped me schedule some people and just keep things organized, because I was like all over the place. So, and I don't think I had a booker at that time. I now have somebody that's helping me. Oh, I mean, she kind of helps, kind of. Yeah, but it's
you do the majority of the you pretty much scramble to find the guests a lot of times, right?
like I would say on average, my booker will maybe on average might get me 3 hours filled out of 15.
Yeah, 15 hours. Oh my God. You were like, you're like a superhero. I tell people all the time, it's like, and it's a quality show. There's no lack of quality at all. I don't know how you do it, but keep on keeping on, so.
I mean, there is lack of quality. Let's be real. I don't always nail it. Like there's been shows where I've been just off, like I'm awkward. I don't really know what I'm talking about. I didn't have like as much time to prep as I would have liked to have had. Like, of course, you know what I mean? Like they're not all home runs for sure. But there's been some where I feel like I've done like a really, and it's the first time I've ever done radio. So, I mean, there's a learning curve for sure. So yeah, it's not all quality. I appreciate you saying that, but if we're being honest, it's not all been quality. There's been some stuff that,
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to be nice. I'm coming from a professional background. I'm saying like, yeah, I mean, not every show is going to be like 100%, like as far as like, no. But that's
especially doing 15 a week. There's a lot of room there for fuck ups. You know what I mean? There's a lot of space in 15 fucking hours for me to say something dumb or be awkward. You know what I mean?
Yet they keep bringing you back. They keep bringing you back. So you must be doing something right, huh?
I guess.
Right?
Yeah.
See?
There's been a couple shows where I have really felt like I'll even go like I fucking nailed this one. You know what I mean? Like I feel really excited about it. Like, you know how much I like to invent my own wins. So I do that with my show. Like that was a great fucking show. You know what I mean? Pump myself up a little bit because it's not easy to, I mean, I feel like I'm complaining. I shouldn't. It's really not that hard. You sit in a chair and you talk, but to talk for 3 hours straight, because like you said, there's no music. It's just me and one other person having a conversation for an hour. Yeah. So it doesn't sound that difficult, but it is.
Well, for somebody this is the first time you've done radio, I mean, you're knocking it out of the park. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. It's like you can only get better from here. So
yeah,
and that's everybody. I mean, when I first started radio, my gigs were easy. I was at first I wasn't even talking at all. I was just playing music that they told me to play at the top 40 station, and then finally they started letting me do. They needed people to do voice commercials for the radios, and then I finally got to do weather first. So I got to do, coming up in the Golden Triangle area, it's partly cloudy with 30% chance of showers this evening. Going to be highs in the 80s tomorrow. Make sure you got your suntan oil. It's going to be a sunny one. Here's Kaja Gugu, that kind of shit. So, yeah. But it took a while. I was scared as fuck the first time I did it. I was like, well, yeah, I get to talk.
Oh my God.
It's scary.
My first show, Ask Sleepy Josh, I was DMing with him because anytime I'm like really nervous about, I usually like Sleepy Josh is usually who I talk to about like stuff like this. So I was like DMing him, and I'm like, and I swear to you, I would like, I don't like to listen to myself, but I actually kind of want to go back and listen to my very first, it was with Keith McHenry from Food Not Bombs. It's my very first ever guest on the radio show. And I swear to you, you can hear my heart beating in the microphone. I swear to God, I can't imagine how you could not. Like, yeah. There's no way. People had to have been able to hear. You know what I'm saying? I was so fucking nervous. It took probably 45 minutes. I think that you can probably, like, there's 45 minutes of you being able to 100% hear my heart beating.
Well, I tell you, though, you kind of, you actually, you did the hard part first. You were doing these live streams on camera. Right. Yeah. So radio is just a live stream without a camera. So, yeah, I mean,
I like it because I don't have to worry about how I look.
Now, the downside, yeah, you don't have to worry about how you look. The downside is you can't rely on visuals to help you out if you need like graphics and stuff like that.
And that has been such a learning curve because I'm very expressive. Like I will often just respond with like a look or, you know what I mean? And
nobody sees
do
this.
That.
Right?
I know, and I'll do that on my show now. And I'm like, you dumbass, nobody can see you. Like you're responding, like you're giving yourself a look, nobody can see you. So I've had to try to learn to be more like vocal in my reaction. That was hard. And it's a lot harder than you think. And it's not like I can say, oh, here, let's pull up this article so I can show you this map or whatever. you can't do that.
Right.
It's hard. That is
And
hard.
with, and they don't get to see this. They don't get to see, oh, sweetie, what the hell? Okay, I'm sorry. That's enough of that. Seriously, the smile is great. I had to use it. So I wasn't going to use, I'm not going to use that again. I've already used it once, and it's like you use it every time.
I have no pictures of myself. I don't take, like, people, like TNT was like, can you send us a headshot? And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't have any headshots. That picture's old. It's like 4 years ago, probably 3 years ago. I don't take pictures of myself ever. I don't ever take. I'm
gonna send them that one. I'm gonna send it to them.
All right.
You're welcome.
But I have some selfies with my kids, or like the side of my face because Jack's sitting on my shoulder and it's cute. So I'm like trying to get a picture of Jack sitting on my shoulder. But that's like, I don't take pictures of myself. So I have no every time somebody asks me, because people ask me, hey, do you have any pictures I can use for a thumbnail? No, not really. I mean, I guess I
had to grab that from. I had to grab that from the video from last night. So
I don't have.
You know.
Sorry. I mean, I guess I've posted a couple of myself on Twitter. Maybe I know I posted one of me in my Jeep. It's not a great picture. My hair's flying everywhere, but yeah, I don't take a lot of pictures of myself.
Oh, I wish I would have found that one. I totally would have used that one with the hair.
It's on Twitter. Yeah, my hair. Yeah, that's my happy place in my Jeep with the top off. I love it. It's my favorite place. I love it. It's great. Good time.
As my therapist says, we've come to the end of our hour, and
how much do I owe you?
I'm gonna need $150. Oh wait, that's not that kind of thing.
Bill TNT for that.
I know, right? Checks in the mail. Yeah. So I got all your goodies down below in the description. How to contact you? What you got coming up? I know you got the radio show. What else is going on? Are we gonna see Bitch anytime soon, or is that just kind of?
I need one. I need one. It's just like school just ended. My kid needs braces. So we had orthodontist stuff. Yeah, I need a bitch session. I was gonna do one last week. Something happened though. I forget what it. I think my mom came over Friday, and Saturday something happened. I forget what it was now. I don't fucking remember. But I had planned to do one. And then just shit happened. So, but I do need one. I definitely need a bitch session. And then of course the vigils are Wednesdays now. We're back doing those at 9 on Wednesdays, at least for the time being. But the Assange case could explode at any minute. So
yeah, everybody's keeping an eye on that for sure. So, and I know you're definitely you're always you've been on top of that for so long. Everybody I know knows you as the go-to as far as like what's going on with Assange, and you do great work with that too. You know, you never.
I mean, I don't want to be anybody's go-to though. Don't make me your go-to. Like I don't like. There's a lot of things I don't know. Like I had to try to get clarification from Stella because like we were trying to figure. Like there's not I don't want to be anybody's go-to. No.
Well, you're good. Nope. You're a good start anyway, and at least you'll lead to other.
I'll talk about it.
Too. Right, exactly, and that's the thing. That's
I'll talk.
Not a lot of people are talking about it, and we appreciate you talking about it as well. So, so we got, like I said, we got all your stuff down below. Your Sarcasm Stardust on Twitter. Before you go, let me just shout out everybody in the chat that was here to come to see you. Also, I didn't make a big deal about it tonight, but tomorrow is
your anniversary.
The first year anniversary. My first ever guest was Chris. Oh, thank you. Christopher Neal, aka Black Bruce Wayne on Twitter. He was my very first guest. I love him. And we had it was like, if you're gonna have a good first show like that you gotta have it with that guy, because he was just, we talked about Star Trek, we talked about politics, we talked about all kinds of stuff, and it really set the tone for the show for the year that was ahead. And you were great coming on the last time you were on. I appreciate you and everybody that's been on over this past year. This show is such a treat. The only thing I ever worry about with this show is the technical stuff. As far as like talking to people, that just, when the technical stuff works, then I can feel good. The motorcycle gang outside loves it. It's just great talking to people and just having regular conversation. You guys always talking about like the important serious issues and stuff on your shows and other shows and stuff like that, and which is totally needed, but sometimes you need to come on a show like this and just talk about something else to kind of decompress.
A lot,
so I just want to say thanks to Miguel and Ghost Start. They were here. Ed Heller, appreciate y'all. The Restream bot, we have some folks on Twitch that came over. I think we got raided. Thank you for that.
Dingo was here at some point. I saw Dingo earlier. Reefer's here.
Reef was here. Dingo, Gamer and Ganja for Life. He's always floating about in the chats. Atris was here. Game.film. Red Edward, Jimmy Sinclair. I think
Velvet Trance, but I forget her. Oh, I know her, but what's her fucking name on Twitter? God damn it. Sorry. That was very aggressive.
Whoa, lady. Wait a minute. We need that. We need this lady back. There she is. What the hell? Come on, breathe in. It's fine.
Oh my God, it's like a Nina Jankowicz picture or some shit. That's what it is. It looks like some crazy bitch who's about to sing some Mary Poppins shit. That's what that is, Warren. See?
Chim chimney, chim chim cheree. Bingo! Human love solidarity.
It's like the meme, the lady, the crazy ex-girlfriend. You know that meme? What I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? The crazy ex-girlfriend with the crazy. Yes, that's what that. Okay, that's what that just reminded me of. See, this is why I don't. That's why you got a fuck face. This is why. Now do you see? Now do you see?
I hope you truly weren't like when you brought out the fuck face, I was like, oh shit, I think I actually pissed her off.
No, no, I'm just busting your balls. It doesn't bother me. Come on.
Well, I mean, yeah, I figured as much, but no. I'm just like, okay, I've never heard you say fuckface to me, so that was new territory, and I get scared. I'm also very aggressive
this week. Like, I don't know if you've been listening to my show at all, but like, I'm very ranty. You know how I get sometimes? Like, there's like a week where I just go the fuck off. This is one of those weeks. I'm just in a go the fuck off kind of mood. I'm over Amnesty International. I'm sick of Rand Paul's bullshit. I'm tired of Tulsi's bullshit. I'm tired of Pretty Patel's bullshit. I'm just fucking pissed off. So you got a fuck face.
Thanks. I'm glad I could be the target of your ire with the
You're not the only one.
So. I take it well. Look, I tell my friends, rant to me, vent, do what you got to do. I don't take anything personally, so it's all good. There's a lot of other things to be worried about in this world than being called a fuckface. So I think everything is fine. As long as you're cool, I'm cool. Everybody in the universe is cool, at least for the last few minutes of being called a fuckface. So,
happy anniversary.
Thanks, doll. I appreciate it. So I believe tomorrow night Reef is going to be on with Reefer After Dark at 10 p.m. One of my INN brothers. How do we miss that on Sunday night with Indy and Reef? So I got to give them shout outs. If y'all want any information about me, the shit's right down below. Linktree/Extra Bulla. I'm W. Dearman on Twitter. Everywhere else, it's Extra Bulla and Wordy Entertainment. Just check your local listings, as they used to say on the TV. Misty, you're an angel. Don't go changing. Thank you for being you. Thank you for doing what you do. And I can't wait to be on your show again. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen pretty soon. So
probably.
I always dress nice for those radio shows. I know, right?
Things change. There might
Look
be
at that foreshadowing, teasing. You're such a tease. All right, I can't wait to hear this. So,
all right.
Anyway, have a good night, everybody. Love you. Wash your ass. Keep it clean. Wash your ass. Keep it clean.
Drop